this movie.
Oh, good, thank you.
I wanted to know, I was talking to Elle, she said that all of these songs were already written in the script. Talk to me about how you decided what was gonna go into them. And those are some iconic songs that you chose. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, it started with the Robin song, Dancing on My Own. That was sort of the seed of the whole puzzle. And once you commit to a song like that, it sort of sets a tone for the rest of the film. So we didn't want the film to feel schizophrenic in its soundscape. So we wanted it all to feel of a piece, and all the music in the movie has a pretty similar kind of dichotomy to it, of this kind of very melancholic European sound and then this anthemic pop. And I think that's a really interesting contrast.
Oh, yeah. I loved that song in particular. Hearing Elle sing that, it could have gone awry, but I was pleasantly surprised because I love that Robin song.
Yeah, she did an amazing job.
So the two of you have been friends for a while. Jamie, I want to know when you knew that this was a project that you wanted to back. Like, how did you know at what point that, you know, Max is as talented at that he is, this is something that you wanted to help produce?
Well, he's been making kind of short films of mine and our friends' lives for like 15 years, basically. Like, we'd always be we'd be doing whatever event it was, and we'd be like, "Where's Max?" And he'd be like in the corner, kind of voyeuristically kind of capturing it all. So it was very clear that, and when he would make those things and we'd watch them, it was very clear that there was just a language that he understood and he could grasp, and certainly editorially speaking, he had a real grasp of those tools. So that was very obvious that I knew he could do it. But then we kind of crossed the threshold of working together, collaborating together, and he sent me 3 or 4 completed scripts. This was one of them, and this one just sort of spoke to me. It just spoke to me on a personal level. I really appreciate stories of people overcoming and escaping their circumstances and achieving their dreams. And I felt like his affection for pop music and pop music videos and that language and concerts and pop stars, that just all kind of came together very nicely.
Well, I was reading that, you know, at 16 you thought that you wanted to be a music video director, and then you kind of made that spin into the acting realm. Talk to me about how being a writer-director fills you creatively as opposed to, you know, what you do as an actor.
Well, they're all just so different. I mean, acting is like, I always think is like a job I can't believe I get away with doing. It's sort of, it reminds me of being a kid, you know, it's like playing house or something. It's such fun. It's like pure childlike joy and expression. There is something a bit more adult for me, I guess, about the sensation of making something as opposed to being in something. Jamie and I think one of probably the foundation of our friendship is a love for movies and all aspects of movies and aspects of production. We're sort of as interested in breaking story as we are in how many theaters a movie's going to open on, and what date that's going to be, and all of this stuff is really fascinating to us. So we're kind of like, it would be kind of like two giant Mets fans getting to go and play on the field for the first time. It's like, whoa, this is so cool. We get to like play with all the toys.
But then also, baseball's really hard.
And then baseball's
really tough.
Maybe
this is difficult.
Not everybody can play.
Right.
Well, talk to me about watching your film for the first time with an audience and what that experience was like for you.
That's traumatic. I mean, it's not a fun experience watching your work with an audience, I don't think. I mean, maybe other people enjoy it. What I'm so relieved by is that we've made a movie that connects with people and that they enjoy. The ambition of the film is not to alienate anybody. It's supposed to be a fun, big ride. And so far, it's been connecting with people and they've been reacting the way that we hope they will. I don't know if I'll make another movie in my life that will be well, no, I'm going to finish that sentence. I don't know if I'll make another movie in my life that's as sort of crowd-pleasing-y as this is, so I'm trying to enjoy it now while it lasts, and at the same time I find that challenging.
Well, there's so many amazing scenes in this film. If you had one, each of you could pick one that was your favorite.
I think that the sequence where she goes to audition for the second time, kind of on the TV for the first time, and it's the Ellie Goulding's Light song is kind of used as as the score to get us into that sequence. I just find it really exhilarating and thrilling every time.
Yeah,
it's really,
that would be my favorite as well. It's hacky to say because I've made the movie, but every I've seen this movie probably 1,000 times, and every time I watch that sequence, I still get chills.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Catch Teen Spirit. I'm Kiyra Lynn, and you are watching Hollywood First Look Features.
You can do this, Violet. You can do this. Sing from your heart.
I had a way there, losing it all on my own. I had a heart.
We would like to offer Violet a contract, but you have to sign before the show or it's a no-go. That's the deal.
Sleeping now, the dark is too hard to be. You show the lights that stop me, turn to stone. You shine it when I'm alone.
Why me? You're a caterpillar. We're a cocoon. Maybe together we make a butterfly.